All right, hey guys, what's going on? Guess what? I'm back again. I'm back again for the third, fourth time. Anyway, uh, just want to do a little sales update and just kind of tell you a little bit what's going on with me. A lot's been going on. A lot has happened. First and foremost, I'm engaged. I know. It's finally happening for me. I got engaged on September 1st, and we have set a date of August 1st, 2020. So I'm very excited about that. I'm marrying an amazing woman. I can't wait. I couldn't be happier. But also, things have just been really busy, especially with the new relationship and work, my day job, and I'm really wanting to ramp up the reselling again because that's actually what I've grown a passion for. It's just been hard to juggle it all lately, but hopefully real soon that's about to change. So I am trying to phase vintage out of my eBay just a little bit. I want to do it on my own. I have a website now. I have a website and I have a legit side business where I am selling vintage. I may actually be going to my first flea market December 14th here in Memphis, Tennessee. It's not 100% set in stone yet because I got to get ready for it, and I'm not sure I can get everything that I need to get ready for it in time. But if it works out, then I will be going to my first flea market December the 14th. It's a flea market with a lot of other vintage enthusiasts around our city. We've started kind of like networking together on Instagram. So the name of the business and the website is Blues City Vintage. I'll have a link in the description and I'll show it to you here at the end of this video. But it's Blues City Vintage on Instagram, and that is the website. So give me a follow and check out the website if you want. I do still want to do eBay though. I have some vintage on eBay still. I'm just not putting new vintage stuff up. And what I'm going to do on eBay is sell trendy clothes and odds and ends and stuff like that. I do want to find more stuff like that to make money from. But all my vintage, like I said, is going to go to my website. But I do have a sales update for you. And let me tell you, I've made this video 3 times now. This is my third time. My third time trying to make this video. It's been kind of frustrating. The first time I recorded the video, I realized at the end of it, when I clicked stop record, that it actually started recording, and realized that it hadn't been recording the entire time. And then this last time, the second time I recorded it, I was trying a different way of recording it. I won't go into the details of that, but let's just say it did not go well. So here I am, third time's the charm. I'm going to do it like I've been doing it. And I will just show you a few items that sold on eBay since the last time I talked to you guys. I'm also selling on Poshmark. I am real close to Poshmark ambassador status there, so I'm selling clothes over there as well. But today it's all eBay. I've got about 12 or 13 items to show you, so let's get to it. All right, first, I guess you've been seeing this t-shirt on the screen while I've been talking, but Antone's Home of the Blues in Austin, Texas. I looked this place up. It's like if you ever heard of House of Blues, like in New Orleans and other places. It's a place kind of like that where people come in and do shows. It's a venue. And this is a shirt from the 90s. And this is where knowing your tags really helps you. As you can see, there's a 90s Fruit of the Loom tag here. And that caught my eye. And then, of course, the subject matter, the name of the place, somebody playing a guitar. And if you look really close, I wish I would have caught this when I listed it, but he is playing a Fender guitar. And if you know anything about guitars, and I don't know much, but I do know the name Fender. It's probably the most well-established guitar brand there is. I could have put that in the title somewhere, but I missed it. Nonetheless, this t-shirt sold for $20.99 plus free shipping. Next, this is where we're kind of getting into like the odds and ends I'm talking about that I maybe want to try to start selling on the eBay account. There's a 9-inch plush Ernie Sesame Street doll. It does have a couple of defects. As you can see, I said visible signs of wear and tear. 1 small hole in the sleeve, 2 stains on the shirt. And I took a picture of the stains, and there's a hole in the shirt. So long as you disclose it and they still pay for it, there's really nothing you can do. It's free shipping. It was pretty light. It was about 6 or 7 ounces, so it went first class pretty easy. Considering what I paid for it, I got this in the pay by the pound bin, so decent turnover there. Next, we got a vintage Major League Baseball hat, Oakland Athletics. I love hats because they're very light and they're easy to lift because you don't have to measure them or anything. You give the size as if it's a fitted hat, and this is a this is a snapback hat, so it's adjustable. So it doesn't really matter what size it is. One size fits all, Sometimes if the head on the hat is a little bit smaller than normal, I will disclose that and say, hey, it's a little bit small. Some of them are different. But this is a vintage Oakland Athletics mesh trucker style hat, in the 80s, this was your baseball cap, so I call it trucker style, but this was your standard baseball cap in the 80s. Probably could have sold this for a little bit more. I think I did have it listed at like $24.99 at one point. I wish I would have left it there. One thing I got to stop doing is lowering prices. Lowering prices because I think people aren't buying it because of the price. And 9 times out of 10, that's not the case, because I feel like I price things pretty fairly based on my research. But usually hats, you pay $2.99 or less for them. So I don't know how much I paid for this one, but I'd have to say it's a pretty decent turnaround. Most hats weigh 6, 7, 8 ounces. And if you can find the right box for them, they'll go first class pretty easy. So you don't have to spend too much on shipping, even though shipping is getting pretty expensive. eBay, cut it out. Next is one of my favorite things to find here in my city. As you know, I'm from Memphis, Tennessee. So anything that says Memphis State on it, not University of Memphis. University of Memphis is what it's called now. Memphis State University does not exist anymore. So anytime I see something with Memphis State on it, I gotta pick it up because it's very desirable in this area. Even if you don't live in this area and you see stuff that says Memphis State, pick it up. Same thing with the college that I like to follow, that I'm a fan of, the Ole Miss Rebels. Anything with the Colonel Reb on it, that doesn't exist anymore. You gotta pick it up. So this falls in that category. Memphis State, pick it up. Usually goes for really good money. Probably could have gotten more out of this, but they paid $29.99 plus $7.10 shipping, so they paid the shipping for it. So pretty good turnover there. I don't know how much I paid for it. Usually crew necks, if you get them at Goodwill, they're around $6, but so $6 or less. Don't remember how much this one was, but regardless, that's a pretty good turnaround right there. Next, the movie we all love, Bull Durham. It actually is a AA minor league baseball team called the Durham Bulls. And I found a shirt from the 90s for the Durham Bulls, and it was a pretty fun shirt to pick, considering I'm a huge baseball fan and a huge fan of the movie. So I sold this for $14.99. Probably should have priced it a little higher, maybe in the $24.99 range. But it did get out of here for $14.99. And of course went first class. It was probably about 8 ounces. So good turnover there. All right, next, this is not vintage, but this is just a perfect example of knowing what to pick and when. So 2011 National League Champions t-shirt. It has a date. It has a significance to it. It's a time when they won an actual National League Championship. So what Cardinal fan or whatever team fan you are wouldn't like this particular t-shirt with saying, hey, we're champions on it. So this is one of those situations. It's also Majestic brand. So Majestic is probably the most prolific team apparel brand that there is. So anytime I see Majestic and it's some good stuff, like in good condition, I will pick it up. Same goes for Adidas, Nike, Under Armour, those brands. If it's that brand and it's in nice condition and I can get it for $3 or less, then I'm going to pick it up. And I'm going to sell it anywhere from $14.99 to probably $19.99 used. So look out for shirts like this with dates, championships, World Series, Super Bowls, bowl games for college teams, stuff like that. So pretty good turnover here. I probably paid $3 or less for it. Next, I'm showing this because usually this is not a shirt I would pick like at Goodwill, because Goodwill, long sleeve knitted shirts are around $6. So I definitely wouldn't have picked this at Goodwill, but I found this in the pay by the pound bins, or if you can go to a half off day somewhere and get this for $3 or less, then Lucky Brand is still viable to pick. Any type of those, the mall brands like Abercrombie and Fitch, Lucky, Gap, anything you can find nice that you can get for $3 or less. The mall brands are still good. They are saturated on eBay. They're overloaded with them, so I would make sure it's something like a plaid, something kind of crazy colored, something like that. And you might sit on it for a while as well, but people do still like these mall brands and they will buy them. These are especially good for Poshmark. The mall brands, American Eagle, Old Navy, stuff like that is all good for Poshmark, and you can turn it over on that site as well. So it has to be a very specific, specifications for me to pick stuff like this. So I got this in the pay by the pound. It's like $1.75 a pound for clothes at my local Goodwill in the bins. So considering how much this weighed, I probably paid around $1 or less for this. So this made it worth it for me. So just be smart, but these brands are still viable. People will still buy them. All right, next, if you've visited the channel and seen some things I've sold in the past, I like blanks. I like vintage blanks because vintage blanks are things that people will just walk right past and not think twice about them. And then I walk by them and then I see the tag and I see, hey, it's from the 1980s. And then I feel it and it's so soft and I want to just wrap myself up in it because it's so soft and it feels amazing. And that's why people like buying stuff like this from the 80s, because they just don't make it like this anymore. So this was a great find. This thing was so soft it almost felt like cashmere. I mean, not quite, but it was that soft. So I really liked this one. And it had a small little spot. You can't, I'm pointing at the screen, like you can see me pointing at the screen, but you see my pin there. It's a small spot, but I did make sure that the buyer knew it was there. It's hardly visible, but they paid full asking price, $19.99 plus $3.99 shipping. I need to start raising my shipping prices, but this did go first class for a crew neck sweatshirt, a 2XL. This thing was only like 10 to 12 ounces. That's how lightweight it was and how soft it was. So good turnover there, and this is where knowing your tags really comes in handy when it comes to vintage, because people will buy the blank stuff still. Here's a fun pick and an obvious one for anybody that resells a Rolling Stones t-shirt from 1997, a tour t-shirt. That is a definite pick. I don't care if it's $5, $6, $7, $8, whatever. It's gonna sell for in the $25 to $30 range. I went ahead and priced it so I could move it, and this only stayed listed for about 2 or 3 days, I believe. So it was the Stones Bridges to Babylon World Tour 1997. And it just, let's see if we can get a close up here. Yeah, so, and it just had all their tour dates. All their tour cities and their flight patterns or whatever. I don't know. It's pretty unique tee. I enjoyed picking it, and it turned over pretty quick for $24.99. Free shipping. I'm going to start charging shipping for everything on eBay. Shipping's just getting so expensive, so going forward, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be charging shipping for everything. I have to, who doesn't agree? If it's a very expensive item, I'll probably do free shipping, but man, that's one reason I'm kind of like going away from eBay. The shipping is just getting ridiculous. I can't even really pick sweatshirts anymore because they go for the same prices as t-shirts, but they're twice as much to ship. So on a quick rant right at the end of this one. All right, next I'm showing this one. This one doesn't seem like much, but it's just a plain gray dry fit Nike workout shirt, t-shirt. This is another item that I got from the Goodwill pay by the pound bins. And you know how lightweight dry fit shirts are. This thing didn't cost anything. It's $1.75 a pound. This thing probably weighed 7 or 8 ounces. So do the math, and I probably paid around 80 cents for it. And stuff like this, Nike, Adidas, Under Armour, Reebok. Pick these things up, man, if you can get them for like $1 or $2, because they will sell and they'll sell pretty quick. This is another item that's really good for Poshmark. People buy these like hotcakes on Poshmark. Everybody's trying to, get a deal on Poshmark. So list them for $17.99 and take 12 for it, something like that. You'll still make a profit on them, and they'll sell pretty quick. This one took about a week to sell, if that. I don't really remember exactly, but $14.99 free shipping. Again, I need to start charging shipping. I'll be doing that going forward. Last but not least, now I have sold a lot more. These are just some of the more interesting ones and the things that I think could be somewhat educational for somebody that might just walk past these, not think twice about them. But again, you gotta be smart with the price. Is it a sale? Stuff like that. But anyway, this one just says California, San Francisco, California on it. I'll show you the tag. It's a Screen Stars brand tag, and this is a 1980s Screen Stars. I've seen the white XL go into like 90 and 91, but the reason I know this is the 80s just because of the way the t-shirt's made. It's definitely 80s style, almost a threadbare, where the thread in the t-shirt is so thin you can see through it almost a threadbare t-shirt, but not quite. So you can see the hanger. If you look there, you can see the hanger through the shirt. That's how thin and soft it was. Amazing t-shirt. And the California, the pink California is actually like kind of like that not rubber, but like almost foam like embroidery. So it's pretty cool. Very good t-shirt here. And the person who was looking for vintage t-shirt when they saw this one knew what they were buying, knew it was worth $34.99, which was the original price I listed it for. So it sold for $34.99, free shipping. Shirts like this I will list for free shipping because this thing probably was about 6 or 7 ounces, so it didn't cost anything to ship. And I probably paid under $3 for it, so good turnover there. Last but not least, you heard me talking about my website. Well, here it is, bluescityvintage.com. bluescityvintage.com. So I'm not telling you to go buy anything because most of you are just looking for things to sell as well, and you're kind of getting ideas from other YouTubers and people who are sharing their sales with you. So I understand. What I'm showing it to you for is so you can just come along the journey with me, because I'm going to give you some updates on this. And if you follow the Instagram Blue City Vintage and my Instagram Doug Sells, no, the Instagram is Doug Thrifts. I'm sorry, Doug Thrifts, because Doug Sells was taken. So Doug Thrifts is my like thrifting and my process Instagram, and then Blue City Vintage is just for my business. I do business on there. You can purchase stuff on my Instagram straight from my account. So it's pretty cool the way I have it set up with Shopify and the Instagram shop and stuff like that. So it's really cool. So you can follow those two. I'll have the links below. You can follow progress as I go along, but hopefully I'll be giving you monthly updates here on the channel. I opened the website in early August or mid-August. I don't remember exactly. I need to go look to see exactly when I opened it. I can't remember. But I've made 2 sales. I've only made 2 sales since I opened it up. So it's a slow progress, especially when you're pushing this your own and marketing in your own. It's not like eBay. People are just going to eBay to search for stuff. I have to push these things and have them go to my website to buy these. So I've made 2 sales, and it's very exciting when those sales come through, because it's just a gratifying feeling. It's like I did all of that. I did all of it. So it was a very gratifying feeling, and hopefully I can get going with these flea markets as well. So, and I will update you and probably vlog the flea market if I do it. But hey, that's it. I know it's been a while since I made a video, but I do want to do more. So I'm going to shoot for 2 a week. How about that? 2, maybe 3 a week. I've said that before, though. I know you guys aren't going to trust me. You're going to be like, oh yeah, we'll believe it when we see it. Yeah, okay. I don't blame you, because like it's just been so crazy lately. But the fiance knows about the YouTube, and she is fully supportive. Even has gone to the bins with me and thrift stores with me a couple times. So she's enjoying it as well. So thank you guys for watching. Again, if you enjoyed the video, just hit the like button if you enjoyed it. I'm not going to beg you, but it does support the channel. And if you're new, subscribe and come back. And I'll see you guys then. Take care.